final battle was brutal and relentless. The Spartans fought with broken spears, then with their swords, and finally with their bare hands. Surrounded on all sides, they fought until the last man. Welcome back to Interesting History. Today, we're uncovering the epic story of the Battle of Thermopylae, one of the greatest last stands in history. Let's set the stage. The Persian Empire, led by King Xerxes, was vast, extending from modern-day Turkey to India. Determined to conquer Greece, Xerxes assembled an enormous army. Ancient sources claim the Persians had over 100,000 soldiers. Some accounts even suggest up to 1 million troops. They brought with them not just soldiers, but supplies, camp followers, and war animals, all stretching across miles and miles of land. Imagine the thunder of footsteps, the glint of armor in the sun, and the sight of a seemingly endless line of troops moving toward a single narrow pass, Thermopylae. Thermopylae, known as the Hot Gates, was a rugged, narrow pass between steep cliffs and the Aegean Sea. King Leonidas of Sparta understood that this terrain could turn the Persians' massive numbers against them. Alongside the Spartans were about 7,000 Greek allies, a small but determined force ready to hold the line for as long as possible. The Spartans were elite warriors trained from a young age to fight, endure pain, and work as a single unit. Their bronze armor gleamed, and each man carried a hoplon shield and long spear. Standing shoulder to shoulder, they formed a nearly impenetrable wall. Discipline and coordination were their weapons, and Thermopylae's narrowness made it impossible for the Persian forces to bring their full numbers to bear. When the Persians attacked, wave after wave of soldiers collided with the Greek phalanx, only to be driven back. For 2 days, the Greeks held their ground. Imagine the chaos, the sounds of clashing bronze, the shouted commands, the shouts of Persian soldiers retreating and regrouping. Xerxes sent some of his best warriors, the Immortals, an elite unit who had never known defeat. But even they were no match for the Spartans in this tight, confined space. As Xerxes watched his army fail, he grew desperate and furious. Despite their overwhelming numbers, the Persian forces were unable to break through the Greek line. Xerxes offered riches and rewards to the Greeks if they surrendered, but Leonidas and his men would not be swayed. But then, a tragic turn. A Greek trader named Ephialtes showed Xerxes a hidden mountain path around Thermopylae. With this route, the Persians could bypass the pass and surround the Greek forces. That night, thousands of Persian troops slipped through the mountains, preparing to trap Leonidas and his men. At dawn, Leonidas knew they were surrounded. He dismissed most of the Greek allies, ordering them to retreat and live to fight another day. But he and his 300 Spartans, along with a small force of Thespians and Thebans who chose to stay, prepared for a final heroic last stand. These men, who had fought side by side, chose to die together rather than surrender. The final battle was brutal and relentless. The Spartans fought with broken spears, then with their swords, and finally with their bare hands. Surrounded on all sides, they fought until the last man, taking down as many Persians as they could. They knew they would not survive, but their sacrifice would inspire Greece to continue resisting Persian rule. Today, the Battle of Thermopylae stands as a symbol of defiance and courage in the face of impossible odds. Leonidas and his Spartans became legends, inspiring poets, writers, and soldiers for centuries to come. Their bravery at Thermopylae helped rally the Greek city-states, who ultimately defeated the Persians and preserved their independence. If you enjoyed this story of bravery and sacrifice, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon for more legendary tales from history. Thanks for watching Interesting History.